This is our 2013 Polaris RMK 600. We just got it, super cheap. It had a fire due to a mouse nest inside, so that's a reminder, always check before you go riding for mice, because they just love burying themselves. So I had to replace the starter, so that's why all this is apart already, but today we're going to be adjusting the throttle position sensor. Because right now when you start it, it runs, it just doesn't idle. The screen flickers, it just dies, bogs down, and that's most likely the culprit. So we're going to get into that now. First step is you're going to want to take off the side panels. You're going to take both sides and the front off. So there's usually a couple bolts up here you're going to have to take off. Again, I replaced the starter, so all this was off already. So when you come under here, you're going to have a connector. Undo that connector. Whole top comes off. It just makes your life way easier. Okay, so now we got everything apart. So we're going to come over here and go through a little bit of the things you're going to need. You're going to need a 12-volt battery. Currently this is out of another project car I got going on. It does not work. So in my case, I'm just going to take a 12-volt Milwaukee battery and kind of jump that into the ECM power, and I'll show you that. You're going to need a multimeter. You're going to need some scrap wire or alligator clips. I'm feeling lazy, so I didn't want to get some alligator clips, so I just got a piece of scrap Romex chilling around. Allen wrenches, socket sets, your standard stuff like that to work on this. Your throttle position sensor is behind your driven clutch here. So we're going to have to remove the driven clutch. It's kind of on the internet, it's kind of, people argue that you can do it with the driven clutch on. It's so easy to remove this, so you're just going to remove this and make your life so much easier. So usually there's a clutch spreader tool. Mine's should be belonging in this pouch. It didn't come with one, so I have a bolt that's gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna get a socket on that and spread the clutch plates and remove the belt, remove the driven clutch, and then we'll have full access to the sensor and everything there. So on this specific sled, it's a 15 millimeter. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Everything comes out with it. Yes. There's a bunch of stuff that comes with her. Put it off to the side, remove that. You're gonna have to take off this bolt here to get enough room to get that out and move that out. So there goes your driven clutch. Now, let me grab you guys. So here's your throttle position sensor. So you got some factory marks there. And so the middle wire, that blue wire in there, I'm gonna grab some light real quick. So you should be reading 700 millivolts with all of your cables disconnected. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect all the cables. So you want to be disconnecting your throttle cable in here. All it is that guy right there. You just push it out, and we'll do that in a second. As well as you're going to come down here. So this is on your right side of your sled. And you're going to come down here to the throttle itself. So the throttle's right there. Exhaust is probably going to be in your way. If it's easy enough to remove it, it's kind of a pain to remove it, but you can usually get to the throttle from the top. So there's your throttle cable right there. So we're going to actually come in here, and there's a set screw right there. That's an Allen key with a bolt. You're going to back that bolt out and then back the Allen key out. Release pressure on everything, on the whole cable system. Need a pair of needle nose or something. A little screwdriver. There's your cable disconnected right here. And now we're gonna go down there set that screw all the way back so everything's at a dead zero. And then we'll be able to plug in our ECM with our 12-volt battery and then actually put in our multimeter to check the millivolt signal. Yeah. It's snowing heavily out. Okay, so your bolt that is holding that together is an 8 mil. So you're gonna go ahead and not tighten it and loosen it. Loosen it all the way off. Don't remove it, of course, but go ahead and loosen it. You should be able to just spin it back a bit towards the end of that other bolt, and then take your Allen set. We're gonna actually grab you guys, bring it down here. So you should be able to spin that bolt all the way off the throttle. So as I rotate that, we come all the way out until it's not touching, and you got a gap there. Well, you can't see that. Until you got a gap right there. So our throttle cable's all the way backed out, disconnected from the handle, and now we get to go into the actual fun stuff. So to actually read your millivolt signal, we need to supply it with 12 volts. So how you do that is you're going to power your ECM. So there's a little white plug here that says ECM PWR. So it's ECM power. So that's where we're going to get a little bit creative. You can do this a handful of ways. I'm going to grab my Romex. Going to jam my Romex in here. 1, 2, make it stay, and then we're going to jam the other end of the Romex into the top 2 prongs of the Milwaukee battery, because that's all I got right now. Black goes to negative. And then how you can actually tell that you actually have 12 volt and everything's working is you can hear a little clunk, which is just the fuel pump. So you can hear the fuel pump running, but I would definitely recommend just grabbing alligator clips for this, because this is not the right way to do this, but it's what I got right now. So we're gonna go black, ka-clunk, and there you go. So we're all wired up. We have power in here. It's powered by 12 volts. So now we'll be able to take our multimeter. So you need a multimeter that's fancy enough to do millivolts. Most cheap multimeters will, but I got my my Fluke here turned to DC voltage. Set her right there. If you grab your pin, just a standard sewing pin, you could go right through the wire. It does the same thing. I don't like to do that, so we're gonna grab this blue wire, throw it right through the jacket of the connector, push her all the way down, and now we will be able to successfully test. So if we come over here, we still have 12 volts plugged into the ECM power down there. We got a lead to ground, and in here you have that blue wire. You can see I already stuffed that bobby pin in. So right in here, there's your blue wire, there's your connector, and if we go to that bobby pin, we are reaching 488 millivolts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here to our throttle position sensor, and we're gonna crack those 2 Phillips and we're gonna twist it. And we're gonna twist it until we fine tune it into 700 millivolts. So I'll grab my meter down there, twist it with you guys. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to actually get it to where you want, because every little fine movement, it's gonna suck. Okay, so we're gonna take a Phillips here, crack these open, crack those open, and we're gonna very carefully grab our multimeter, set it right there. Hopefully, yeah, you guys can read that. Put it on our pin, and then we're gonna rotate it. No, other way. Keep rotating it until we got about 700. Wow. Come on. It's gonna bother me. Nope. 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 Oh. It really doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Don't move. Don't breathe. We're gonna turn this back on. Oh, I breathed. Damn it. You can see just how sensitive it is. Oh, okay. Whew. We're good. It doesn't need to be exact. If you're off a couple, like 702, 698, you're gonna be good, but I like to have things exact, so I would recommend it. If that's what the manual says, it should probably be like that. So make sure those are all nice and snug, because you don't want to be doing this again, because it kind of sucks. Oh, 701. I'm keeping it. There it is. just give it a little tap. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip our multimeter to the other side and set that throttle position bolt again with that 8mm nut. Okay, so we're still reading 700. So we're gonna get in here and then take our trusty Allen wrench and set that, and while we move the throttle, it's gonna go up. So you want it set to 950 millivolts. Crank it up, 951, 950. So then we're taking our 8mm, 949, 950. So now we've set that to 700 millivolts. We've come along, set that to 950, and now we can take all of our meters, our power off, and start putting everything back together. And so in the video I'll also put the drive clutch back on, show you kind of how to do that, how to set that, since now we took it off and messed with that, and then bolt everything back together, put the panels back, and we should be good for the season. Okay, crank this guy down. There we go. And then we'll grab the 10mm and slowly start backing this out. So when replacing the drive clutch and you're backing it out, you want to keep rotating the belt so it sits nicely. your bolt or your clutch opening tool. But yeah, again, this sled was missing the clutch opening tool and just had this in this little bag, in the service bag, with nothing else except for a registration for Maine from 2019. So that'll rotate and you're good. So there's your drive clutch put back. So something I didn't mention is I removed this this oil reservoir just to make my life a little bit easier when I was trying to figure out the best ways to make this video. I did remove it. It's not really necessary, but that's why you might see a lot more space than what is normally in there to adjust that position sensor. And a couple other notes, putting the brake on is a good way to keep this from rotating on you while you're taking it off. Thanks for watching and hope this helps. Final words for the video are, don't burn up your sled or I'll buy it off Facebook Marketplace from you for super cheap. It's a problem. It's an addiction. Don't do that. Cool. I'm out.